Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 5 of Shiny Red Lip Week. And don't worry, it'll soon be gone if you're really getting sick of red lipstick and spina bifida. Next week will be normal service resumed. Okay, but today I wanted to do a red lip look by Trinny London. And so let me explain why I've chosen Trinny London. So those of you that have been following all week, I told you about an incident that happened a while back with a shop. And it was quite shocking that they didn't know anything about access. It was a new shop. And this isn't Trinny, this is another shop. And shortly after this experience, have a look on Why I Love Daniel Sandler and I tell you all about this other shop. Shortly afterwards, I became aware of Trinny London and her new stack makeup items. And I really loved the idea and I thought I really fancy going for a makeover. But I was a bit worried because I could see that it wasn't really a shop that she's got. She's got a house where she was doing the makeovers. And it looked like people were going upstairs in the house, which would have been out for me. But I had such a positive and opposite experience to the one that I'd just been through. Because I rang up and said, I really want to come for a makeover. But I can't use the stairs. I'm on a mobility scooter. And they were really helpful. But not like over the top, you know. It was like no fuss, you know, because I suppose that's the other thing to say is it is nice when people are sweet, but actually I was talking to a disabled friend of mine yesterday about how a lot of people think things like disabled parking bays and just things like that are perks for the disabled, that they're kind of privileges for the disabled. And I don't see it as that. I see it as an equaler. I don't want to be given any special treatment. And most people, you know, a lot of people who've been born with disabilities, of course, we're all different. But most people say they don't want special treatment. They don't want to be treated as different. They've spent their whole lives being treated as different. They want to be treated so that basically they can get somewhere with the same ease as an able-bodied person can get somewhere. That's all. It's not about privileges. And so for a disabled bay, it is about being able to get somewhere where you can open the car door if you're in a wheelchair without actually, you know, not being able to get out because there's a car too close to you. Or for me, I've got a hoist in the back of my boot so that I can lift my scooter in and out so I can go out independently. And if someone parks right behind me, I can't get my scooter out. Or if I go out on my scooter and come back and someone's parked close to me, then I can't get it back in and I have to move the car and sort of park it diagonally while I get the scooter in. So it's just about there being facilities available that make it as easy for me and people that are disabled to get to where they want to go in the same way as an able-bodied person just walks out the door and goes to where they need to be. That's it. It's not about special treatment. And parking near a shop is not about special treatment either. It's just sometimes it's very difficult. It's easier for me now. I'm on a scooter. And I often, you know, I'll park. I do need the wider parking space, but I will park at the furthest one away because I'm on a scooter now. But when I was walking, it was really tricky and I needed to be as close as possible to that front door. So it's just about equaling it out. It's not about special treatment. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent, but not really, because what I wanted to tell you is that Trinny London, they seem to have it right. And even though they don't have a shop that day, they said, of course you can come. We will arrange for somebody to see you on the ground floor. When I arrived at the address in London, I was in a cab. You could see somebody was peering out the door quickly and ran out to see whether or not I needed help getting out of the cab, which was lovely. They escorted me into the front door because there was a little lip on the door to make sure I could get in. And then I went in. I was seen on the ground floor. The makeup artist, the lovely Cha-Cha, came down to see me, and they asked me if I had like a cup of tea. And the only perk, which was nice, but I think she does this a lot, was that Trinny FaceTimed me during my consultation, which was really sweet because she was out having her hair done. So they treated me really well. Didn't make a big fuss, but I just was able to get there with the same ease as everybody else that wasn't on a mobility scooter. And that is all we want. And as I've said this week to Beauty in the Boutique and to Daniel Sandler, I never forget kindness. That's all this is about. So today's red lip look is going to be all about Trinny London and a Trinny London red lip. And the red lip I chose isn't quite red, but it kind of matches my mobility scooter and I love it. So a lot of them this week have been red reds. This is slightly different red, so stay tuned, because if you haven't liked the one so far, then you might like this one. Anyway, let's get going with this look. Okay, first of all, I hope you could see I'm straighter on. I've managed to balance my camera on a shoebox. I am using the Trinny BFF cream. This is brilliant because you can cleanse your skin and then put this straight on. It's a moisturiser. It's an SPF of 30, and it also does a little bit of colour correction. So it's very good. As you rub it in, you will see that it changes colour. It comes in, I believe, 5 different colours. There's very fair, light to medium, medium and dark, I think. So those are the ones. And I'm going to put a little bit extra under my eyes because they do get very dry, and also it helps to colour correct. All of this can be put on with the hands. So for any of you watching me, as I know a few of you do that have got coordination problems, this is a really good brand to use because you can put it all on with your hands. Okay, I'm just going to get the Concealer Dash Foundation. Okay, my foundation shade is Bex, and it's a little pot, and it's a Concealer Dash Foundation. So the idea is that you don't put this over your entire face, you just put it in areas where you need the coverage, and you let the rest of your skin be shown off, which is great for me because my skin around here is fine. And it used to be on my forehead. Hopefully this is going to go away soon, the bruising around it anyway. I think the tag is actually going as well. But I just caused more problems by trying to get rid of it. I should have gone and got it done professionally, but never mind. You live and learn. And then I'm just going to go and do this bit. And I will be quiet so I can rush through this. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of soala, which is the bronzer, just to warm up my complexion a little bit. Okay, for the eyeshadow, I'm going to put on Wisdom. Now, I suddenly realised this morning I've never tried putting these on with brushes. So I'm going to put them on with brush this morning. So I'm just taking, this is actually a concealer brush, but from Real Techniques, but you can use it for eyeshadow as well. It's very similar to their blending brush. The only difference is that it's got a different colour handle. So this is Wisdom, and I love this because it's just so natural. And it does remind me of the MAC paint pots that I used at the beginning of the week. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of Empress. And I'm going to put that on with a pencil brush. This is actually a MAC one. I don't know what it is because the numbers come off it. I think it's a 219. But anyway, this is Empress. And I'm going to just put some of that into the corner. It does have a bit of a shimmer, but it doesn't look too bad in the crease. Just always put these on with my fingers. So I wanted to try today using it with a brush. And then I'm just going to line under the eye with that Empress. And I'll line a bit over as well. I'll put some mascara on and I'll be right back. Now, Trinny doesn't do mascara yet, although I think that there might be some talk about it in the future, or a brow product. But anyway, I will put something on my brows and my lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, so the lip product I'm going to use is a little bit metallic, which I don't want on my cheeks. So instead, I am going to put a little bit of Tashi Lip Luxe on my cheeks, which is a sort of a peachy shade. That's what it looks like. Just to give me a little bit of colour in my cheeks. Okay, and then to finish off is the red lip. So let me show you. This one is called a Valentina. And you can see here. Now, again, like yesterday's lipstick, on some people it looks red. On me, it looks raspberry. I thought that this was going to be a very close match to my Scooter, and it isn't really because it appears more pink on me, but it is beautiful. So, and I thought it's a different one to show you, and I did want to give a big shout out to Trinny today. So let me put this on. You'll love it. I'm just layering it up bit by bit. So that is today's red lip, and it does honestly look red on some people. If I show you in the jar, you will see that it's one of those that really does look different depending on your skin tone. And I think if you're fairer, it would look a bit red, a bit more red. So this is today's red lip as a thank you for Trinny London for making your place, which isn't a shop, but it is a house, where you did the makeovers, so accessible to me. And my way of saying thank you for that, because it's things like that that make a big difference and make life less of a struggle. That's all that we want, is to do. I'm talking for everyone, but I'm sure that a lot of people will agree with me, is that all people with disabilities want to do is to get out and about as easily as if they didn't have a disability, and not have to worry about drop curbs, whether there's steps anywhere or lifts anywhere, but to just get out there and go. And that's how you made me feel that day. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy today's red lip.